Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Duke Silver. Today we are playing Skip the Time Skipper. And this one is for all the dwarf lovers out there. As you can see, our opening shop, well, our 2.1 shop, which is technically our opening shop, the first one we can buy from. We've got a pig and a Princess White. And I figure we're not going to be able to get value out of the pig anyways, so we're gonna take Princess White to start here, even though the pig has one extra stat. We don't really want to be giving out free gold to the rest of the lobby, especially to Loki, who's already probably ahead of most people. And Loki only had one extra unit there. The pig actually would have been the difference, which is a little bit unfortunate. Taking the pig would have netted us an extra 2 gold, as well as not taking any HP. So a little bit of regret. Maybe that's a lesson for the future. Always take the higher stats and just don't worry about the pig downside. But yeah. Here, this is an interesting shop. We could take the pig again, but I figure taking the 2 drops is probably a little bit more effective. The Princess White takes the attack pretty well with 5 toughness at this stage in the game. Unfortunately, we get the wrong attack there, and the opponent is going to win a very low percentage chance against us. So we take some more damage that we probably shouldn't. A little bit unfortunate, but we get 2 dwarves in our next shop. And one of them being a Lucky is fantastic, because Lucky is one of the best characters you can get on Skip early in the game. But then we run into the Fates with a golden egg and a full back line, and we take a bunch more damage there. Alright, we got a discounted monster book though, which is nice. And also a stag this turn, so a pretty solid turn. We also get to cast a fireball, which while everyone else is on level 3 is incredibly potent, as there's not a lot of things that on the back row that have 3 toughness, and people are still playing 3 toughness supports and whatnot, so very strong there, as we saw. I mean, their board wasn't exactly striking fear into us, but still. And here we're gonna sell a couple things to take the second monster book, and we're gonna play the greedy in the back. Basically, we're just gonna kind of hope for falling stars out of these monster books to get some econ going with greedy, as well as this lucky. And we do get what we wish for, but it's kind of a monkey's paw situation, as they have 2 donkeys, and so they managed to keep their board full and completely destroy us there. Our falling stars really committed, or really did work against us, so we're down to 13 already here on 4.0. Definitely not where we want to be. And unfortunately, we're kind of like priced into taking dwarves just because of what we took early. We don't really have a lot of support for anything else right now, so trying to leverage the extra stats we get on the dwarves. Like, once you get to like level 4, the dwarves are generally pretty good. I mean, obviously not always, that's why I say generally, but like on average, like dwarves are like a solid mid-game strategy. You kind of want to get out of them around level 5 though, but all right, we find a shop with a couple more dwarves here, and that's actually going to let us get our level 3 treasure off of Princess White. We don't select the treasure in time though. We were going to take the power orb. I was looking at the haunted helm, which might have been nice if we had time to reposition, but yeah, kind of floundering on that choice. So we're gonna kind of end up paying for it again here. And we could have taken out 1 golden unit, but we don't, and we drop down to 3. So things are looking pretty hairy here. We're down to 3. We can't lose a single combat. It's only 4.1 right now, so we have to find a way to win every combat for the rest of the game. Definitely not the spot you want to be in. Not that needs saying, but we do find a Tweedledee, which is a very good start. We get to put it in front of our two fannies here, which is going to give the token some decent stats as well. So it's a pretty big power spike, and because we're in desperation mode, I figure we gotta sell out. We gotta use every single bit of gold we can here to buy, and so we sell down to buy the toil and trouble and get a couple extra stats on board. Unfortunately, this Merlin's board doesn't look like it's improved too much in the last few turns, and yeah, we managed to majorly outstat them. I was considering not buying this this health potion just because like there's no guarantee that it even makes a difference, and it's 1 gold that we could spend improving our board. But the fact that we're on level 5, we can still find the end, and I think the fact that the end exists is enough of a reason to spend a gold on 1 health here. Because if we can gain like 3 or 4 extra health, then that can be the difference between winning and losing another fight, or allowing us to lose a fight and rather than lose the game anyways. And again, we spend every gold we can casting a spell there to improve our board as best we can. Seems like Loki is again hasn't really majorly improved their board, although they do have a golden Sporko. It is only 4.2. And then we're faced with a TLK here. We've got this golden monster book, which is very good. Also, we took the level 4 treasure. We took the 3 of shields just because it's pure stats, and we need to just get as many stats on board as possible right now. So yeah, I'm just kind of wrestling with the decision to TLK here. The reason not to do it would be to save our spell slot for a combat spell, but I think there's enough hits on level 5, and that probably wasn't one of them. But we were really hoping for like an Angry or a Golden Tweedle or a Southern Siren, Apple Tree. There's a lot of different hits there. We do find another Tweedle in the shop and also another TLK. We're going into 6, but I think we're gonna lock it. We're gonna TLK this Cupid next turn. We just gotta survive this 1 turn. This trophy hunter is quite large, but fortunately they're not able to slay with their friendly spirit, which essentially means we're gonna be able to take them down here with relatively strong board left over. We TLK the Cupid into a Golden Boomhilda, which is definitely not the worst in this setup because we can put the Tweedledees in front, and Tweedledees are very good with support. I'm considering this Hercules, but I don't know that a 26-29 gets there even with the Boomhilda. At this point, it might just be like Lordy or bust, right? Like, we're against one of the healthier people in the lobby, so we know the fight's not going to be easy. So I don't know if this is going to be enough of an improvement. Although I think the only other thing is Lordy that is better, or maybe an Echo Wood because we have the double Tweedle. But we decide to take the risk. We decide to roll. There's a pumpkin, which is great with the Boomhilda, but nothing else on our board. We roll once more, and we find Lordy with just enough gold to buy it. So we took a risk, and it paid off. And we get paid off for being in Dwarves now. Alright, this opponent does have a pretty decent size board with all their golden units and their Fates buff. But fortunately, our board is a little bit bigger thanks to our Lordy buff. There's another Angry, but I don't think we're gonna take Angry. Angry can be good in very specific comp matchups, but just like in general, Angry is pretty falls off really hard at level 6. It's good if you can get it early, but again, it falls off super quick. But also like there's like summon builds and like pumpkin builds that it's very good against, but unfortunately I don't think we're gonna take it here. And we find a second Lordy here with 4 gold left, so we have to sell 2 things. We have to sell something from on board as well as this Princess White. Princess White not really doing a ton anymore. The shop buff is mostly irrelevant now that we're dealing with a lot higher numbers. And yeah, I think we're gonna sell one of these Fannies. We get rid of a pair, but like a level 4 treasure isn't all that exciting, and I think Fanny is the least effective thing on the board. I don't think we can get rid of Golden Boomhilda quite yet. We would probably replace the Golden Boomhilda with an Echo Wood, but or unless we find like a lot of very significant dwarves in a relatively short fashion, then Boomhilda is going to stick around for at least a bit. Again, doing very good work with the Tweedle and Tweedledee and Tweedledum summons. All right, down to a top 4 situation. So we've already crawled back in Kind of higher than we've expected after going to 3 on 4.1. All right, and then we're faced with a shop with doubly and high ho, and I think we're just gonna take the doubly, cast the high ho, and like hope for a Tweedle or something, and we get our fanny back, which is, I mean, it's fine. I think we're gonna cut the angry for now, just because the Tweedle and the doubly take the support stats so well. And again, I think it's the right call. This opponent has a lot of stats, so I don't know that angry would have even survived a hit. Maybe it would have survived one, which could have justified it over Fanny, but I think the safer play was just keeping the Fanny in. All right, and we get our level 5 treasure from our Tweedle, as well as we get an Echo Wood in the shop. So things are very good. We were really hoping for Ambrosia or Hand of Midas out of our level 5 selection, but we'll take a horn. Like it's not ideal, but it's fine. Again, because we take the it's weird that we take the horn and then we have to cut the Boomhilda, but we've still got these fannies, which are providing some stats anyways to the front row, and we just can't reduce our dwarf count anymore. All right, opponent does get a bunch of stats onto one of their ranged characters, but fortunately we have even more stats than they do. It was the ghost, but still. All right, and we locked that Pigomorph, so we're happy to take it. We're in a top 2 situation. So again, we've climbed up way farther than we ever thought we were going to after that start. So feeling pretty good. And yeah, we're gonna take a Reduplicator. The Reduplicator with Tweedle is very good. And now that we've got the Angry in, it could take a couple hits and also pump up the Tweedle and also the Echo Wood. But yeah, so when Tweedle D summons Tweedledum, it does the stats do get seen by Echo Wood. So being able to see 2 of those is fantastic, because it's going to be a pretty big infusion of stats if they kill the Tweedle, which they don't. But yeah, and our dwarf comp manages to get ahead of the lobby nice and early after taking a ton of damage. But yeah, we managed to pull out a come from behind dwarf victory. So yeah, I know like dwarf games are not the most exciting, but I mean this one was I was kind of on the edge of my seat while I was playing it anyways. So yeah, I thought it would be interesting, and I know there are some dwarf enthusiasts out there, so shout out to the dwarf enthusiasts. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it educational in any way, please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't already. Really helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. We're approaching 500 subscribers, and I will be giving away some Storybook Brawl currency in the form of multiple gem codes when we get to 500 subscribers. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Yeah, we'll see when we get there and what state the game is in, I suppose. But yeah, let's. I'm gonna keep my hopes high that Storybook continues. I hope that you're doing the same. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.